Mountain. Is it normal when you hit rocks for your prostate to hit your throat? Is that normal?
Train the muscles, not the joints.
Welcome back to Natural Glam Bodybuilding, and today I'm going to talk to you about a new giant set you could be doing for triceps, which I'm just going to start playing around with today. I'm kind of excited about it. So this is in alignment with a video that I just uploaded with the new triceps exercise. So a warning to you about that. This is going to include that new exercise, but this is a genius method, all right? It's something genius. Again, I'm just breaking free of your restrictions. I'm breaking you free of those restrictions around triceps. So all of you here have probably done skull crushers or French curls where you're using the barbell or the dumbbells, right? So you're laying on your back, you're doing those skull crushers. Now, the one thing that I find is different is using a dumbbell as opposed to a barbell or two dumbbells. You just use one dumbbell, and what happens is that adds that extra stabilization, like I said before, and it does help hit the long head of the tricep a bit. I've noticed there's a different way that it stimulates the tricep, which is worth doing as a part of your tricep training routine. Now, the great thing you can do is that you can do the overhead tricep extensions as you're laying down on your back with that one dumbbell, and then immediately as a giant set you can go into the hybrid tricep push skull crusher method, right? So you hit the failure as much as you can with the tricep skull crushers with the one dumbbell, and then you go right into the push, and then you get this awesome wicked burn and you get pumpy and lumpy, right? So I thought this would be a great way to use the principle that I taught you about with using this new exercise, but also exploiting the way that it stimulates the tricep without the stabilizer muscles in the shoulders taking over. Because honestly, because of my dislocations in the shoulder and stuff, I do notice from time to time when I'm doing skull crushers, when I start to hit failure, I notice that the stabilizer muscles in the shoulder start to burn or start to reach exhaustion or fatigue more so than my tricep. Sometimes, depending on the weight that I'm using, but especially when I'm using a bit of heavier weight, I notice that something else begins to take over and cause fatigue as opposed to the tricep. So for that reason, I think it's very relevant and good for you to use one dumbbell once in a while and hit absolute failure without those rotator cuff muscles coming in and impeding the set. But this way you can also get the giant set right away and really push those triceps into failure, and you're going to know some great results from it. Now, another reason why this movement is pretty good is because obviously with dumbbells you can only fit, you know, a certain size dumbbell on your chest, right? Before the range of motion becomes so small. So the nice part about pre-exhausting is that you don't have to use as heavy a weight during this pressing exercise. And the other thing I want to say is that some guys are saying, oh, what if I could just press the whole weight in the gym? Well, the thing is that if you're going to be concentrating on pressing the weight, you're going to be able to lift a lot more than doing the hybrid like I talked to you about. So you basically have to turn the head a little bit and bring the dumbbell more to the upper chest. So it is a hybrid between a French curl and a press. It's not just a straight press, because if it's just a straight press, you're going to have a different result, and you're going to be able to lift a lot more weight, and you may not necessarily be putting a lot more stress on the part of the tricep that I want you to put the stress on. So yeah, that's the great part about this. This hybrid is when you pre-exhaust with the French curl, and then move into the press, you're just not going to have to use as much weight. ultimately, there's no perfect one way to do things, but this is one way that you can really push those triceps deeper into failure and get better results, and therefore, you know, be a part of my philanthropic sort of causes, you know, the philanthropy that I'm doing on this channel. I don't know if you're aware of it, but it's horseshoes for horses. I talked about it before a few years ago, but horseshoes for horses, and basically what you do is you just keep training the triceps so that there's free horseshoes for horses out there. Because you know what? It's tragic. There's some horses running around, they don't have horseshoes. And I think it's tragic. You know what I'm saying? You really got to pay attention to this stuff, and you got to care about the horses too. Mountain. So I hope this helps you out in your training. Thanks a lot for watching. And if you need to get a hold of me, just go to naturalglambodybuilding.com, and thanks to the patron supporters, and take care for now.